Heat is a process by which energy is exchanged between objects because of either a difference in their temperature or because one object is undergoing a phase change. So we are first going to look at temperature, heat causing a temperature change, and we'll talk about specific heat capacity. And then we'll talk about phase changes when we talk about latent heat. Because heat is an energy, it is a scalar. All forms of energy are scalar, has no direction. Heat is measured in units of joules, just like all energy are. There's also the possibility of calories, sometimes used by chemists, and BTUs, used by most times engineers in the United States. BTU stands for British Thermal Unit. The symbol is the letter Q, and although we really don't know why, because this has been lost to history, some people speculate that Q refers to quantity. Because heat cannot be seen, you cannot see an energy, because heat cannot be seen, we really did not know why things were changing temperature or why things were changing phase. And so scientists just talked about the quantity of something necessary to change that temperature or phase. Later on we understood it was an energy, and so then we talked about heat is the cause of that, but the letter Q has stuck. Again, that's just pure speculation. Now, heat and temperature are not different things, although they sometimes are used interchangeably by lay people, your everyday citizens. Heat can cause a change in temperature. If we add heat, it can increase the temperature. If we remove heat, it can decrease the temperature because it'll make the particles move either faster or slower. But heat is a process. Heat is not something that you can own or store up. Heat in that way is a lot like an emotion, like love or hate. You can't store up love for a rainy day. You can't store up hate for a rainy day. It's something that you can show somebody or somebody can show you, but it's not something that you actually possess and can save for another time. In that way, it's also another process function is work. So if we look at process functions, there's heat and there's work. An example of why work is a process function. I can do work on an object, but it's not like I have so many joules of work within me. So it's not like I have 10,000 joules of work when I'm born, and once I use up all those 10,000, they put me in a retirement home. It's not that type of situation. You never run out of work because you never had it to begin with. It is just something that is showing a procedure. Temperature is something called a state function because you can talk about the temperature of an object. It is something that you possess. So I have a temperature of 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also, under that category, talk about mass. What is the mass of a person? Volume. You can talk about the volume of a person. So just kind of the differences between state and process functions. Process is not something that you contain or something that you possess. It is something that you show through just through an action.